Well, hello there.
Hello.
Andrew's over there, running late, making a cup of coffee.
I was feeding Jeff.
Feeding Jeff. You had loads of time to feed Jeff.
I know, but I was reading. I don't want to put my book down.
There's the real reason. Busy reading a book. Anyway, welcome. Good to see you. Hopefully you can see and hear us okay. We've got some things to share with you because our village here had a yard sale event. We also had a sale, but it rained all day. So we had our stall in our, what would you call it, hallway, I guess.
Yeah. Entrance hall.
I think you shared a picture and I shared a little video.
For anybody who hasn't seen it, I can find it.
So you may have seen our little stall in our hallway.
I'm probably going to have to let Jeff in the garden in a sec.
Okay. Anyway, welcome. If you are new to this, this is our thing we do every Friday at about 8 o'clock. Friday.
Friday.
Sunday.
This was our hall.
That's not a hall.
No, this was our hall, as in H-A-L-L. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Not a hall, as in what we bought.
And despite it raining virtually all day, we had a steady flow of customers. Now, my parents, so they manned the stall whilst we whizzed around the village to the other stalls. But we sold a bunch of stuff. We made about £60, but we spent almost exactly £60 going around the village, even though there was only, I reckon we got to about 10 stalls because a bunch didn't even set up because it was raining. So we did all right.
Yeah.
We'll share what...
Oh, dear. We'll share what we got with you in a bit. Once some Nick's recovered.
Hang on.
Yeah, so you haven't said any hellos yet, have you? So first in on our chat is Ben. So hello, says evening, you lovely people. And then we have Laurie. Hello, Laurie. Hello, Peter Ray. Once Loved Treasures, good evening. And Treasure Trove UK, hello. And Courtney, hello. Thank you for the purchase earlier.
I think Once Loved Treasures have been ill.
Oh.
Was it them that was saying something?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry to hear that if you have. Tina George, hello. And Secret Carper's in as well. Hi, Secret Carper. C. Blaney, hello. Belinda, good evening. And we have Maria.
Does Jeff need to come in?
I don't know. He might be still pooping about out there. He's still pooping.
Jeff?
Hello, Will. Good evening. Hi, Phil. Who else? Oh, Sue Rich. Good evening, everybody. Yes, we had a good weekend. Hope you did. Hi, Lane. And Mark is in. Hi, Marcus. Says, evening, everyone. Weather was not great this weekend. No, that's an understatement. Yeah, but a few car boots were called off. I bet there were. And hi, Matthew. Yeah, so I'll scooch down to the end. Hello to anybody else who has joined us. I don't know if I missed something there. I know I've missed lots of hellos, but hello to everybody who's joined us tonight.
What's Daniel saying there? Had a stressful week. What's that? Why is Daniel stressed? Had a stressful week. Kitchen ceiling being redone after 20 months. Waiting after a leak from the flat upstairs. We've had holes in kitchen ceilings. The house we moved from before, we had to repair a leak from our bathroom, which made a hole in the ceiling. It was a mess. Yeah. And we had to repair that in order to sell the house.
But we also had issues when we had the shop, we had issues with somebody in the flat above. Mm-hmm. One time there was a leak and that came through our light fittings and it started raining in the shop. Mm. And another time he decided to set fire to his flat and he left a pan on and went out to the shop.
He went out shopping and he'd put something on to cook.
And we were like, It smells like burning in here. Why does it smell burning?
Fire brigade came, smashed their way in, put the fire out, and he comes wandering back with his shopping. What's going on here then?
Literally did. He arrived back with his shopping bags.
Yeah, we're like, you might want to get up there, mate, because your flat was on fire. Yeah, people.
Oh dear.
Anyway, so what's it? Just waiting on an electrician, carpenter, and decorator. Oh, dealing with trades can be a stress in itself. You
ended up doing the ceiling yourself because we found a plasterer who was recommended to us, and then he 3 times he didn't turn up when he said he was going to, and then when you got annoyed with him, he threatened to come around to beat you up.
I wasn't even arsy about it. I just said, look, it's been 3 times you've let me down now. I just need the job done. That was the sort of tone. Really... I've been so polite for about, I don't know, a month or 2 trying to get the job done. And he kept just not turning up and not letting us know.
Yeah, that was the worst thing.
I was within my rights to be really arsy, and I wasn't. But then he got all threatening about it, and I said, right, that's it. Well, I'm done.
The worst thing was not just turning up. I mean, that was annoying enough, but it was the fact that he never communicated with us. You would have to chase him.
Ugh.
And in the end, you were like, this is just, it's beyond a joke now. I think that's what you said. Something like, it's beyond a joke now.
all I expect,
it's beyond rude.
All I expect from trades is that they do what they say when they're going to do it.
Yeah,
that's all I want. And why is that so difficult?
Exactly.
Anyway.
And if they can't, for whatever reason,
let me know.
Let us know. Let me communicate
so I can get on with my day.
Oh,
anyway. Yes. So we're going to share some bits and bobs. We don't have much because, as we explained, it was a small village one anyway, and then it rained, so we only got to 9 or 10 stalls. But we found some bits, a couple of really nice possible home runs.
Chatterbox Vlog says, I wonder if anybody knew someone I could get some advice about stamps from. I know that Josh does, I'm trying to think what's his YouTube name. You might be able to get in touch with
JD Network.
Yeah, JD Network. So, yeah, Josh at JD Network, he sells stamps, so he might be able to help down there.
Is he an expert in stamps now?
He is,
yeah. Oh, who knew? Right. So where are we going to start? Do you want to start with a pot?
A pot, yeah. So picked up a vase for £2. Just really liked the colouring, the design on it, and it's made in England with, I'm not getting it the right way around, made in England, marked 70, and it turns out to be Bezic. And it's 1930s Art Deco. Should be a 20 to 25 vase, I think.
It's done well to survive since the 1930s.
It really has. It's in pretty good condition.
Someone's saying I'm sure talking about the plasterer in front of everyone on YouTube will be fine. We didn't say who he was. We didn't name the guy. That's a whole other level. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it wasn't fine when he was threatening us, telling us he was going to come round and be violent.
Do you know who I am? Yes, you're a plasterer who didn't turn up. I like these. My mum, who was here, said they're upside down Christmas trees. Not sure that was the thought, but I see what she meant.
Yeah, that's really cool. They do this design I've seen in different colours as well when I was researching.
They've made it look like marble, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've managed to find not one.
Oh, hi David. He says, I'm just checking in on the live stream from a campsite in Hereford. Knackered now, so good to just sit back and chill.
Was it David I was meant to be sorting out the books for?
Yeah,
David.
Nick still hasn't got back.
We've had a non-stop weekend. It is on my mind. So I'll get back to you if you're still interested in the books. You know what we're talking about. Apologies.
Oh, thank you, BCP. This is Josh's channel. So, yeah, thank you.
Hi, BCP. Hope you're well. Yeah, we went to a stall and I picked up... Now, these may be for us. I'm not sure yet whether we're going to keep them and use them. If not, they will have resale value. This is an iPad mini. I'm not sure how recent it is. I'd have to look into the detail. but it's a lightweight one. It's
Get
fairly
into it,
modern.
look at the operator system.
That was £5. No, that was 10. They've reset it to factory, hence it's scrolling around all the hellos at the moment, but they're both working perfectly.
Gravel Bags says, can you please say hello to my Mrs. Monique? Hello, Monique. Good
Hello.
evening.
Hello, Mrs. Monique. Mrs. Monique? Oh, his Mrs.
His
Monique.
Mrs. Monique.
Not Mrs. Monique. Hi, Monique. Yeah, so we grabbed these probably for, well, I think the Mini I will keep. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
If we don't use it a lot, it'll be sold. But yeah, I mean, they're in lovely condition. They've got all the chargers, everything. £5, £10 bargain.
Yeah, Will says £10 for an iPad is amazing.
Yeah,
it is, yeah. The
Mini's really nice. I don't know what edition or whatever, so, but if we do come to sell them, we will let you know if you're interested. We have another one that we will be selling, haven't we? Which is an older one that these might be replacing anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a nice find.
It was.
From the same people, wasn't it? This?
Yeah.
This was on the same stall. This is a really nice pure DAB radio. This is the Evoke 2XT. Yeah, up there, 2XT. It's all working. I just need to, this has come loose here. This fitting has come loose, so I need to sort that. Apart from that, it's fine. I think these on eBay, anywhere from 25 to 30 is the top bracket of these. So that's probably what I'd shoot for if I don't keep it in the office.
Do you think that will come, that mark will come off on the side?
What?
Oh yeah, that'll wipe off.
What's that?
That'll clean. I don't know, something's dripped on it at some point, but it should.
Someone's dinner. Red wine.
Mark T says, just wanted to say hello, Nick and Andrea.
Hello,
Mark T.
You are very welcome. Good to see you. So yeah, I've sold various DAB radios. They do hold their value. So I spent £5 on this at the same store. Did you notice when I bought the iPads in this, I didn't even haggle. They were just bargains. So I daren't haggle on that. It's normally just natural. It just comes out. But I thought, wow, yeah, I'm just going to buy them. And they were really nice and chatty people, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
I've never seen them in the village before. Actually, I didn't recognise them.
A lot of people we haven't seen in the village.
No.
It's a fairly, you know, when you really break it apart, it's really quite a large village in terms of, you know. Oh well, never mind. I'm waffling.
So yeah, do you want to share another pot?
I was just looking at Jason's. Come on then. Late to the party, been to Margate Carnival. Oh, awesome.
Wow. Thanks for the, it was Jason Vogt that bought something recently, wasn't it? I'm sure it was.
Yeah, I think so. I recognise
Did I do a shout out or did I just send a message? I can't remember.
Has it got a battery in the back? They go well on their own.
Has what got a battery in the back?
I'm assuming the radio. Because that's the last thing you showed.
It's got a space for batteries, if that's what you mean. Charge pack. No, it's just empty in there. I had this open. There's nothing in there.
That's why they go well then. Because people...
yeah, I had it. It's got a 12 volt DC power with it, which is what I was running it on when I tested it. This one.
Yeah, Jason said he bought the audio bit.
That's right. Yes, and I did a short because I wasn't making a video, and I did a short where I talked about the Pokemon and your audiobooks. Now I remember. I've got my short-term memory loss is terrible. Thank you very much. Right. What else? I'm working. I'm working up to my possible home runs.
Mm.
Well, do you want to grab another pop?
Okay. So it was a bit of a vase day. I bought a West German vase. It's bay.
It's blooming massive is what it is. It's huge.
So, yeah. You looked up the number, the design of it, and the ones that you found were all in sort of fat lava.
Yeah, they were.
This one.
The kind of drip fat lava style. But
this one's slightly different, which I really like it. It's very handsome.
I couldn't find any which are hand-painted floral like this. So it might be a bit of a rarity, but that model number, they sell for 25 to 35, or at least they're listed for that. Was that completed? I can't remember. We briefly looked it up, but it was £2. So it was coming home with us regardless, because it's a West German, really nice looking vase. So
yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I was quite drawn to that as well. I think from the same people, wasn't it? I found the books. Let me get that out of your way.
Did I? No, I didn't buy anything from that store.
Oh, I imagine that wrong. I took a punt on some books because they were niche special interest stuff, but most of them aren't going to be great, but a few will do okay. So it was gamekeeping and that sort of stuff. The chap was telling me it was his father's.
Can't show that.
His father's stuff. Oh, we can show a book about guns.
I don't know. Can we on YouTube? No, we probably
of course you can. Well, there's a big book about guns there, and gamekeeping. But
it's all in keeping with the theme of gamekeeping.
Those two won't be great. They'll sell, but they won't bring much. This I thought could be something really interesting, because when I had a flick through, it has these sort of schematics. You can fold out. You're not going to be able to see. I'm not going to be able to show you very well. So it's World War II, I think, fighters and bombers. And it has a lot of these drawings that fold out and shows you all the schematics of the planes, which I thought was really, really cool. But it's a fairly common thing. It will sell, it will have a market, but won't be worth much. This one I couldn't find anywhere, so no idea if that's like something interesting. Again, it's gamekeeping and country life, hunting, that sort of stuff. But these are nice. These have a lot of age to them. This Fur, Feather and Fin is a series. There's a book about each creature. This is pheasant. This is partridge, but they do like trout and fox and all countryside animals. I think, didn't we say these were 1904 or something like that, was it? One had a little something written in it. They're originally published in 18 something or other. Got all the facts for you here, clearly. There's a fly. Why is it?
Oh, I know. Pain of my life.
Yeah, never ending. Bugs. Right, so 1905, this one was gifted at Christmas, but they were first published late 1800s. I can't find the date now, but they're okay. People collect them and try and build the series. So sort of.
Would you do them as a pair?
I might do them as a pair for 20. They're about 10 to 12 pounds each, depending on condition and edition. One of these is a second, one is a third. I don't know. I've barely looked into it. And then this is another British game book. I think, again, 10 to 15, somewhere in that sort of bracket. So I grabbed a few. A couple will sell well. A few probably weren't worth looking at, but we ended up with them. Right.
Oh, look. Hello, everyone from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Hello.
Hello. Who is that?
Aileen? Is that how you pronounce it?
Aileen must be. Yeah. Raymond says perhaps the US market for the gun book. Possibly. Yeah, I'll put GSP on it and see what happens. It's quite a heavy book, but if I put GSP, it'll be fine. It's a big one. Did you have another pot?
Well, I did.
We're cracking. Pot. We didn't buy much.
then that's my lot. It is this one, and it is. Take the lid off. The lid's not great. I'll put a bit of wood oil on it, but it's Holcombe pottery. So it's
Is Holcombe local?
Yeah, I was going to say it's Norfolk. It's local to us. So yeah, but although it's Norfolk, it's got a London skyline on it, which is quite cool.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, isn't it?
Me and your mum were looking at this and we thought it's a bit of artistic license going on here, I think.
Well, they might have condensed it all. Yeah. We also bought, my dad's a beekeeper. We may have shared that fact before. And we bought him quite a handsome, what they call a skep, the old-fashioned sort of hive. We couldn't work out what it was made of, could we? Some sort of resin.
Yeah, there was a resin of some description.
Did he remember to take that home?
He did. I saw it in their bag, and yeah, it seemed like he really liked it.
When Mum and Dad
I wasn't sure, because you know what, you never know when someone's going to be like, oh no, not another thing I've got to find a home for. But I think he did like it.
Dad went home in all sorts of bits and bobs.
I was quite chuffed with that.
Yeah, it was funny though. We went through everything that they brought with them. Oh, and the stuff I gave Dad, and this and that. And have you got everything? Have you got everything? Faffing around forever. They left, and his hat was on the side.
It's always the way, though.
Right by the front door.
I usually end up leaving something in the fridge, or
yeah.
It's always the way. Something always gets left.
Right. So my two kind of finds of the day, then I guess we're down to.
Oh, C. Blaney says, glad you mentioned GSP, Nick. Reminded me to ask a question. Seller posts the sold item to an eBay location and they post it on. Do they take responsibility for damage from that point? Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it works. Yeah. The international leg of the journey is not your responsibility, essentially, is how it works. You get it to them, to the UK hub. That's your bit done.
Yeah. So if it gets lost or damaged in transit, then that is on them.
eBay cover it. And we have had that. We sent a great big Sylvanian hotel to France, and it turned up, and during transit to France, it got dropped or something, and a bit smashed off the top of the hotel. It wasn't major damage even, but eBay refunded us and refunded the buyer and covered the cost. So, and it wasn't a cheap thing, was it?
That's interesting. How do you prove that if the seller makes a claim? Well, it's like with anything. How do you prove it? They can't, and we can't prove anything if somebody made a claim generally. So, yeah.
In our limited experience, eBay were totally fine, and they just footed the bill. We didn't have to prove anything. You know, the customer made the complaint, and that was it.
Yeah.
They said, "Okay, hands up, we'll cover it."
The only time when it can be a bit horrible is if they want to return something, because then that's up to us. We have to.
Yeah, there's a bit of a kind of messy grey area with returns and GSP, but maybe that's for another time.
But yeah, hello Heather. Heather says GSP is brilliant, no stress once it's gone through their centre. Rick Douglas has a question for you. He says, Nick, what should I do if my eBay buyer has an address which is invalid because hasn't provided a flat number, just the name of the block of flats? I've messaged a few times but had no reply.
It's a very good question. If you're not happy to send it, and I can understand why, you may have to cancel the order.
Yeah. I think we've had something similar once.
Yeah.
We just couldn't send it because we didn't have a correct address.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
It might be worth, if you cancel it, that's something sometimes problematic for your account. So it might be worth contacting eBay and explaining what you want to do.
Yeah. Or just say, buyer wants to cancel or something. I don't know.
Doesn't the buyer have to authorize that?
I don't think so.
No. Yeah, if you're really unsure, I'll contact eBay and they'll walk you through the steps. But you may have to cancel the order, unfortunately, because if they're not replying, what can you do?
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Customers, can't live with them, can't live without them. Right, so we found at a stall. Oh, this was the stall where we bought this, because it was a daughter and a mother, wasn't it? I think, or something like that.
Yes.
So we bought this off one lady for £2, and then I bought this Flying Scotsman Hornby Railways train set. So it has the 00 gauge Flying Scotsman in it, in immaculate condition. Should I bother getting it out? Probably not. And a whole load of track. Plus, there's some points in there that have been added to it, you know, where you switch the track.
Yeah, I'll come back to gravel bags in a second, but I just
there is a problem with buyer's address.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that, Heather. Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah. When you don't do these things very often, you forget, but there is an actual option.
Yeah, there is.
There you go.
Thanks, Heather. I'd forgotten that.
And Matty said the same thing down there. Yeah.
Yeah, so Gravelbag says, does eBay release funds sooner as you sell for longer? It seems to take ages to release their funds. Well, we get paid daily. So, yeah, I think once you've got an established account, then that should all be smooth. You can then choose, I think, whether you get paid weekly.
I think you can.
Or daily or whatever. We've chosen daily.
Yeah, so as well as all of the track, I can show you on the back of the box. It has not the houses and stuff, but it has a whole load of track, plus a bunch of extra points, which I will probably split off and sell separately. Some crazy long bits, which are what, 3 foot long? Great big long ones. That'll be a pain to ship if I sell them. And is that everything? I think so. Anyway, she wanted 30 for this, but then I spotted something else. Can I give you that back?
Leave it over here.
Then I spotted the good old Question of Sport, which you may know about this and the reasons why this is sought after, but this one's sealed. Unfortunately, the seal is split there, but it's never been out of the box, so I can still sell it as new and sealed. She wanted a £5 for this, and I was umming and ahhing whether the 30 was worth it on the train, and then she said, well, just give me 30 for the pair. I was like, fine, we'll do that. I think I'm gonna make a separate video about this, so we won't go into too much detail. But this is a sealed BBC Question of Sport. If you look it up now, I did actually make an Instagram post, so you may have seen. Some of the completed on sealed ones specifically are insane price-wise. But the 2 I found were offers, and I haven't looked any further into finding out how much they actually sold for. But that, if you call that a £5, I might make a separate video when I've done a bit more research, but I think that could be a bit of a home run. And then if you call this 25, these look like they're completing at top end of about 80. So I would expect 80. I do need to test it. 9 times out of 10 with Hornby stuff I've sold over the years, I've never had any problems. But I have had electric trains where the motors have gone. Still managed to sell them as not working, but yeah, I would recommend setting it up and checking Hornby's. Don't assume they work. But there we go. So that was really nice to find. The box is a little bit sun-faded, look, but lovely. Not had any Hornby stuff for ages, I don't think.
Heather has just sold a dress for 90 quid. Says, must be your lucky influence. That's amazing. Well done, Heather.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll take some commission if you like. Good stuff. It's good to see Heather in. Hope you're well. So those are my 2 kind of, these are rather exciting finds. The whole BBC Question of Sport thing, basically there's some cards in there which are like the first time people appeared on cards, or they're known as rookie cards. It's got an early Mike Tyson, I think it is, and maybe Maradona is one. There's a bunch of sportsmen that are on cards in there. And there was a short period of time where people were paying insane money just for the Tyson card, I think it was. It's all calmed down now, but sealed packs, look up completeds on eBay, can still fetch silly money by the look of it. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I can actually achieve on that.
Yes. Yeah, that was the dishwasher beeping. Sorry, Belinda.
Yeah. So those are quite exciting to find. I really have no idea what that's going to make me, though. But if you see my Instagram post, yeah, it's like, ooh, really? When I found the completed, but they went on offer, so who knows? Another thing I just noticed we did pick up.
Oh, yeah.
It's not as good as I thought it might be. It's a little wireless TP link. We used to have the plug TP links to extend our internet around the house using the plug sockets. These are only
but very kindly, Marcus gifted us an extension for the BT hub.
Yeah.
So that's actually working.
Which is like this on steroids.
Yeah.
But these, by the look of it, secondhand, they're sort of £12, £13, so not really much. But the chap only wanted £1 for it. So I was happy to give him that. And that kind of sums it up. Apart from board game for us.
Yeah, we bought a Triv for ourselves.
Because we found some like-minded friends in the village now.
We did have a Triv, but we got rid of it when we were moving house. So
yeah,
everything out.
We cleared out, but we've not had this version. This is just
2 people just walked past and next like with a Triv.
Was it someone we know?
They were both looking in the window.
So, this is the modern Genus edition. So yeah, we grabbed that for a couple of pounds off the same guy who had this. So we're going to have a board game night at some point with our friends who are into that sort of thing.
Yeah, the cards are, and when I looked at this, I glanced at it and I read Madonna. Tyson and Prince. Madonna, Tyson, Senna and Prince Philip.
Senna is it as well?
Prince Philip. Okay. Random.
Prince Philip's in there. Oh, horse riding.
Polo?
Oh. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what Andy just said. Prince Philip. What sport did he excel at? I'm thinking polo.
Well, I know Princess Margaret was an Olympian, wasn't it? Was it her?
Princess Anne.
Princess Anne?
Princess Anne was an Olympian.
Rewind.
And so was her daughter. Zara Phillips, who's not Zara Phillips anymore.
No, Tyndall.
Zara Tyndall.
She married a rugby player, famous rugby player.
Yeah.
Look at us with our facts.
With our royal knowledge.
So
what were we playing last night? We bought a game called I as in the spelling of your I know, and it's like a visual. You get a picture on a card and then get questions about the picture. And it was from 2013, wasn't it? Something like that. And the one card that came up for actress was Meghan Markle.
Oh yeah.
And thankfully, I got that card and I knew the answer to the question.
Yeah, that was another yard sale find. And we picked it up. We played it with my mum and dad, and actually everyone enjoyed it. The problem was it's actually an American. Written for the American market. A lot of the famous people that were on the cards we'd never even seen or heard of because they were American TV stars and stuff. We didn't even know they were. There was a bunch of them we had to just remove from the game.
Yes.
What?
Carriage riding. Yes.
Prince Philip did carriage driving as well as polo. It was polo.
Yeah. Of course he did.
Well, there you go. We're all learning together.
That's what you come here for.
I did find the rest of my music quiz, which we could dip into if we run out of things to talk about.
We have some.
We picked up a 90s quiz. But one other cool thing I wanted to share with you. Now, I may have mentioned it once or twice. I collect erasure stuff, right? So
have you ever heard this before?
I'm always searching erasure. And sometimes a lot comes up and I pop a bid on it. Now, I have all of these bar one in my collection already, but these are so hard to find brand new like this. What these are little card singles boxes. So when they released Don't Say You Love Me, they released 3 versions. CD1,
You're taking all of this in.
CD1, CD2. You're taking the mic again. CD1, CD2, and a DVD. And then you could get this. I think either it was a fan club thing or it was directly from Mute. But you had to order them up, I think, which I didn't do at the time. These have never been made into boxes. Anyway, somebody had this one, the reissue of Olamore from their second best of. This, which is a double A side, Here I Go Impossible
That's
Again.
That's a Rob Ryan cover, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Their cover of Salisbury Hill and their cover of Come Up and See Me, Make Me Smile. Breathe, amazing
Another
song.
Rob Ryan cover.
Yeah, yeah. This is the only one I don't have, which is a slipcase for a DVD of the live tour from this album.
Yeah. Why
can I not remember? Nightbird, from the Nightbird album. Anyway, I got all of this for £12, wasn't it? Plus a little bit of shipping, about £13, £14 all in. I'll be looking to get, I don't know, £10 to £12 each I think is achievable on those. Anyway.
So Daniel says, anyone noticed that Barbie sales have gone up? I would imagine they have. People are obsessed with Barbie at the moment.
Oh, the Barbie film's doing incredible business, isn't it? Someone was saying they'd look great framed. Possibly. What I may do with this, because I still pick up Erasure collections sometimes. And if I manage to get the 3 Breathe singles and you marry them up, sometimes a full set can be 25, 30 quid. So I may just hold on to them and fill them up with singles and sell them on that way. I don't know. It's almost a shame to make them up because they're so mint, still folded as they came from the factory. Who knows? Anyway, it keeps me happy.
Jacko's allotment says, I have loads of Erasure stuff as well. As I said a week or so ago, I'll send some photos over. Found all my mute stuff still sealed and some of those promos, including signed ones.
Wow. Yeah, let me know. There may be some stuff in there that I'd be after. I have 99% of all UK issued stuff anyway now. It's very little I don't have. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Sorry, just reading Fluffy Muffin saying, I thought you meant barbecue.
Barbie sales? Oh, Barbie. Put another shoe.
It looks like the weather's going to improve from next week. So
fingers
crossed.
It was blooming typical because this yard sale in our village had been in the books for months and this lady had been planning it. And then we just literally, it rained all day. It stopped briefly, didn't it?
Yeah, very briefly.
So we set up inside and we've got a big whiteboard thing we used to use for our quiz. So we put that out the front, yard sale inside, and I pointed to the front door.
It does seem to work though.
Yeah. We had a steady flow of people. Like I said, we didn't take big money because a lot of people just didn't venture out because it was raining. We still sold £60 of stuff that we wanted to get rid of. And that's pretty much on the button what we spent there or thereabouts. So we swapped a load of stuff we needed to just get shot of for some really good, nice quality stock. So, yeah, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Divorced Barbie? Divorced Barbie? Is there a divorced Barbie?
I don't know, Phil's just joking.
Sells for 350, but she does come with Ken's truck, Ken's house, Ken's fishing boat, Ken's furniture, Ken's dog, Ken's computer, and one of Ken's friends. I think he might be joking, but who knows? Who knows?
He might be.
Mattel may have issued that divorced Barbie set. What's Stephen saying there?
Oh, because Cassie said that you'll sleep with them under your pillow tonight.
These? Oh no, I wouldn't want to crease them. Nick can't sleep. He has to stand guard all night protecting his shrine. I've told you, it's not a shrine. It's a display. Yeah, at the top of our stairs, just my CD collection. The vinyl collection I don't have a wall big enough to put it up on.
Cassie says, yes, Stephen, mostly his Nick Berry merch.
No, that's hidden away in a very dark corner.
Julie says, I've come in at the wrong time with Nick and Erasure talk. Has he stopped now?
Rude, Junie, it's rude.
What was your biggest sale at the yard sale this weekend?
We were going around the village buying whilst Mum and Dad manned the stall, so we didn't see a lot of the sales, but I think most of it was cheap stuff. But a dealer turned up quite early and bought a couple of clocks we wanted to get rid of and various other collectibles, and I think he spent about £20 or something.
Yeah.
So that was our biggest single sale, but there weren't expensive items at all. When we do this sort of thing, we price stuff to get rid of it.
Anyway, because that's what we need to do.
And we didn't end up going through much in the way of listed stock, as I suggested I might do. I did a video a week or so back and said we might take a load of stuff off eBay and put it out there at half decent prices, but we had so much anyway that we wanted to get rid of. We didn't really do that. I did put a load of media out there that was listed. I don't think we sold any of that. That was a waste of time. Yeah, but we did well. We cleared some stuff.
Yes.
I couldn't believe the number of people waiting at the cinema today. Turns out it was a barbecue. Turns out it was a barbecue. Wow. Wow, Ian, that's next level. What's Jacko saying there? Jacko's allotment. My whole house is a sci-fi toy memorabilia. There's around 7 to 10K of stuff to which I've had to take separate insurance. That's a collection. Wow, that puts my vinyl collection to shame. Crumbs. I can only imagine how much stuff you've got.
Wow.
Oh, what on earth is this? I have a question for you. Trying to list my collection of Las Vegas casino chips, 200 odd, and I have a long question. I probably don't know the answer.
We've never sold any casino chips before.
I probably have no information to give you. Las Vegas casino chips. Can't you just cash them in? Or maybe they're antique or vintage ones. As you can see, I have no experience of selling such things. Probably the wrong person to ask. Right, how are we doing for time? We've got 15 minutes. Should we do some... Does anyone want to do some 90s?
A few people were interested in...
We do this? Okay. And then we'll do this for 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll do some words of wisdom, which, if you're new here, is how we wrap these up. We take some words of wisdom from you lot, which is sometimes interesting. But usually, yeah. Usually we find
We always get told not to eat yellow snow.
I'm not sure we did last week, to be fair. But there's always something poignant in there that we'd like to leave you with. So we'll do that as well. Right, do you want to pick a question or two? Hang on, we've got more Barbie jokes coming in. Should I be reading this one? Ben, hello, Ben. Hope you're well. Why don't we get a pregnant Barbie? Because Ken came in a different box.
Oh, dear.
That's quite a good one, to be fair. Okay. Right. How many weeks? I'm not going to give the multiple choice. Just see if someone can come up with the answer for this. This is multiple choice, but we'll see if we can get there without the choices. How many weeks did Don't Speak by No Doubt? I bought that on single. Did you buy that?
I did not buy it.
I bought that.
But I remember you buying it.
97 that was out, wasn't it? And sorry. How many weeks did Don't Speak by No Doubt spend at the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100? So we're not even going to know. So this is guessing time, people.
Yeah,
we've got guesses coming in. Right. What is the answer? Right. You'd have to go higher. Will would have to go higher, which means every other answer we've got would need to go higher. Yep. Even Andy at 10. No.
Not quite as high as that.
You'd have to go lower. 35 would break all records.
But you get nothing for a pair.
No, you'd have to go high. It's not that high.
No.
Jay's Bargains. You'd have to go higher, Secret Carper,
But
and lower
than that one.
Hey! Apparently, Junie is correct. Don't Speak was at #1 in America for 16 weeks. I don't think it was there that long over here. It was at #1 for quite a while, though. So I remember them playing that video. You know, the video where she's the model with the oranges, weirdly, which tied in with the album cover. Yeah, and the band get all jealous because she's getting all the attention. And then they cut to a live gig and they're really giving it some, like a proper punk gig. It was awesome. Yeah, I was quite a fan.
Okay. What was the name of the high school principal in Beavis and Butthead? Now you have multiple choice here.
Are we giving multiple choice?
So we'll do A, B, or C.
So
your answer is A, B, or C. A, Principal McVicker. B, Principal Parker. C, Principal Skinner. What was the name of the high school principal in Beavis and Butthead? A. McVicker, B. Parker, C. Skinner.
I don't know, but wasn't Skinner in another popular animated show?
I think that he was.
So I would rule out Skinner. I don't know which other one it is. Okay. Oh, that means we've got correct answers. Go on then. It's your question. Go for it.
Okay. So the answer is A. McVicker.
Oh, lots of answers.
The first person in with A is Andy.
Right.
Well done, Andy.
We'll give you that, Andy. So Junie and Andy.
Thomas knew that as well. So did Marcus, but didn't quite understand
he's given you the whole answer. I reckon you could have just asked
Peter Welsh, Tina George.
I reckon somebody in the chat would have just known.
Yeah. Well, people probably did.
These are all multiple choice. Oh, we don't need multiple choice for this. Come on, chat. We're going to know this. You'll know this.
Okay.
Well, I'll test you. See if you can whisper it in my ear if you like. Right, we ready for the next one? Jake is loving Bertha and Butthead.
I never liked them. I never liked Beavis and Butthead. Couldn't stand it.
Okay. Who sang the vocals on Adamski's dance track Killer?
I do know that, and you know I know that.
I knew you knew that. I know you know that. I know that you knew that. Who sang the vocals on Adamski's dance track Killer?
I don't know if this was meant for the American market, but it does have a UK price sticker.
It must be, because why would they ask us about the Billboard Top 100? Right, who was quickest? Yes, we all know who it was. It was the wonderful Seal. Wow, who was quickest? On our screen, it might be different at home where you are. RS gets the point. He was top of the pile here, swiftly followed by Once Loved Treasures. There's Thomas. Yeah, we knew Thomas would know that. Andy, well done. Hi, Michelle. Correct, Darren. Correct, Will. Yeah. Seal is amazing. I bought that as well. I bought Killer.
It's a good song.
It had a dog on the cover, and the dog was Adamski's little Jack Russell on the cover.
Sue Rich says, sorry, Nick and Andrew, I didn't explain well. Can email you about the problem.
Yeah, you can fire an email, but as I've warned you, I'm not sure I'll have much info about how to sell, what was it? Las Vegas chips, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Feel free to email. Go for it.
Okay. Name the fictional town where the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is set. Is it?
Someone might know.
Okay. We'll let.
If Peter Ray's it, Pete might know.
Name the fictional town where Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is set.
I have no clue.
Oh, Jonathan was straight in there.
See, I knew someone would know that. Look, Pete. Oh, I knew it. Unlucky, Peter. You just come in after Jonathan. Is that right then, I'm assuming? Is that right? Angel Grove, yes. Yeah, see, people know this stuff. That's amazing. Mind you, that's kind of after my time. That's like 90s, isn't it? My childhood TV was 80s. But your brother was into it.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Your brother's probably Peter Ray's sort of age.
I think he is.
Anyway, well done. Who are we giving that to? Jonathan. Well done. Swiftly followed by Pete, unlucky, and Daniel. And Belinda didn't have a clue. Well, neither did we. So don't worry about it. Townie McTownface was a good shout. Was that even an option on the card? No, it wasn't.
Afraid not.
Right. Mighty McMighty Town. Belinda's too old for these questions. Well, they're 90s.
I wouldn't know the answer either, Belinda, to be fair.
Right, I've got another one.
Because I wasn't into it.
I think that's easy. Oh, that's Oh, some of these are easy. Look who it is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. Sheryl Crow sang the theme tune to which James Bond film? And it's a. I don't like many James Bond themes, but that it's a stonker. And I also like Aha's one.
Yeah.
What came on the radio?
Skyfall.
Skyfall came on the radio earlier. That's a good track. Okay. Who's going to be first? Who's going to be first? Oh, well, there we go. Straight Away. Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Darren got it. Oh, that's not. Oh, Thomas, you're slipping there. You put Goldeneye. Yeah, Darren got it as well.
Seaplane. You had to Google Sheryl Crow.
You had to Google Sheryl Crow. She's amazing. We were really into. Well, both of us were. What's the album around the time Ellen was born?
So the one we were listening to in the car.
It's got Soak Up the Sun on it. What's that
called? I can see the cover in my head.
Yeah, it's like a yellow and orange cover.
Yeah, I don't know. We were only just listening to it in the car the other day.
Right, have you got one?
Yeah. Yes. I thought I'd read the wrong one then. In which American state is South Park? No, I did. Did I read that? No, I didn't read that.
No.
In which American state is South Park set?
Right. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is it a fictional?
I know because I can see the answer.
Oh, it's not a fictional state. So just guess a state.
In which American state is South Park set? Yes, Jonathan Hills.
Jonathan's good at this. Apparently. Wait. It wasn't Washington, D.C. Sorry. It's Colorado, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Oh, there you go. All right, here we go. I'm not going to give you multiple choice. You get one shot at this each. See if we can get it. In which year did the UK, see this is American, did the UK boy band Take That initially split? So the first Take That breakup, which year? Would you get that?
I wasn't listening.
You're right there, and you've tuned me out.
The question.
Which year did Take That split up? The initial big split. Right, we've got answers coming in. Oh, we've got lots of answers. Okay, hang on. We've got 1995 there.
Yeah, no, see, that's my guess.
That's your guess?
Yeah.
Well, you and Jonathan are 1 year out.
Oh, it's 96.
Because Bob here has it. Apparently 96. Maybe, was it 95 when Robbie left?
Yeah, that's probably why that is in my head.
And then he did his solo stuff and then it fizzled out. Well, he started his solo stuff. Freedom. Yeah. Anyway, well done. We're giving the point to Bob. If you just tuned in, we don't always do a quiz. We used to, but we didn't have much to share tonight. So we're ending on a quiz. We'll do words of wisdom at about 9 o'clock. Have you got a question?
Yeah. In which comedy would you find best friends who are a lawyer and an interior designer?
Oh, oh, yeah. That was a good show, wasn't it?
Yeah. Robbie left in 95, but that's why I had 95 in my head. Essentially, that's when they split.
Robbie left in 95. Well, yes. Oh, I know. I saw that advert and I thought, really? Do you really need the money that much, Robbie? How much cash has he got? And he has to do that cringeworthy thing. Oh, dear. Seriously. Right.
Yeah. So the question was, in which comedy would you find best friends who are a lawyer and an interior designer? And the answer is
Grace Dudar.
Will and Grace.
Are we giving it for Grace Dudar?
No.
No. Friends. Okay.
We would give it to Secret Carper.
Well played. Well played. Yeah, I remember that show now.
I really loved that show.
Yeah.
I really did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Can you do another one? I'm going to grab another drink.
Okay. Name the actor who played bartender and owner of the bar Cheers.
Oh, I know that one.
Yes. It's signing the name to me. So name the actor who played bartender and owner of the bar Cheers.
Oh, what's that theme tune as well? Everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, so the answer is Ted Danson. Let's see who was in first with that.
I got one right. I got one right.
That was Bob. Bob McCall in with Ted Danson. Most people knew it, though, to be fair. That tall bloke, says Belinda.
Yeah, we'll give you that, Belinda. Spot on.
Teddy Bear. That's just what his wife calls him.
So that means
Ted Bovis.
I'm not really keeping score, but I reckon
Ted Dancing.
That means Bob's winning. Was it Bob that got that? Did you say it was Bob?
That's on a Friday night.
Did you say Bob got that?
Yes, Bob got that one.
All right. You'll have to keep score for yourselves, but I think Bob might be winning. Unless anyone else has got more than one. Okay. Here's a good one. Pop knowledge. Who had a one-hit wonder with Cotton Eye Joe? I didn't ask you to sing it. Who sang it?
I know.
Blooming annoying song. I couldn't stand it. And it was number one, wasn't it? Was it number one? It felt like it was.
It was around for a long time.
It was around.
It still is.
Right. People know this. Yes, Jonathan. Jonathan straight in there with the pop knowledge. Rednecks. Annoying piece of music.
Okay.
Here's
a fun one. What is Pokemon an abbreviation of?
I know. I actually know. The chat will know this as well.
Yeah. What is Pokemon an abbreviation of?
It's an interesting fact. If you don't know it, it's a good fact to have.
Oh, Jonathan's there.
There it is.
Straight away.
Pokemon are pocket monsters. There it is, Let. Because you get your little ball, don't you? And you trap them in it and put it in your pocket. Is that the idea?
I don't know. Probably.
That's what they did in the show, wasn't it?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, now here's a good one. And I reckon Thomas will know this and probably a bunch of others. Which country is Bjork from? Do you know where Bjork is from?
What was that?
That's not Bjork.
Was that Macy Gray asking a question?
No, that was Bjork, obviously.
Bjork. That's what Macy Gray calls her.
Don't get me on Macy Gray. We'll lose everyone in the chat. Right, I see. Wow, everyone knew this. Straight in. Look at that.
I thought somebody would ask the Pokemon joke.
Pohimon. I don't know what Julie's talking about there, but wow, Jonathan straight in with Iceland, as were many others. Yeah, seems everyone knows Bjork's heritage. Famously from the Sugar Cubes indie band. Pre her solo stuff.
Right, it is 9 o'clock. Can I ask this as a last question?
Yeah, well, we'll do one more each and then we'll wrap up.
Right. The brutal murder of which character opens the first season of Twin Peaks?
Oh, wow.
The brutal murder of which character opens the first season of Twin Peaks?
I don't even remember. Oh, yes, of course. Okay. Yeah. I'd really like to watch that again. We had a box set, didn't we?
Probably
once?
won't be as well. It was bizarre at the time.
Do you remember the log? What was the log going on in it? No,
They did try to. They brought it back, didn't they? But it just wasn't that great.
I didn't watch enough. I missed too many episodes for it to make proper sense to me at the time. But everyone was talking about it at school. It was like the thing.
You had to watch it because people were talking about it.
Mm. Like, did anyone get this?
Yes.
Farm foods.
Lots of people did. So Jonathan was first with Laura Palmer, but then lots of other people got it as well. Once Love Treasures, Bob, Michelle, Alison Hound.
I think Jonathan's winning this mini quiz
Jack
at the minute.
Allotment, Matthew. Yeah, loads of people got that. Okay, right. Last question then.
Oh, shall I make it a tricky one? There aren't really many tricky ones in here, to be honest. Okay, well, let's just go with this. Who sang Everyday People? That's a good tune as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Every day. I am everyday people.
Have you got any more cards lurking?
No. Robert Palmer.
You might have done a cover.
M People. I don't see an answer.
Bob's answered it.
Oh, let's go down. Belinda doesn't have a clue on that one. OMD, it's not OMD. It's not Sly and the Family Stone. It's not the Raymonette, does that say? It was Arrested Development.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes, and they did Mr. Wendell as well.
Mr. Wendell, they did do Mr. Wendell. Yeah.
Cool. Right. Time for words of wisdom. So, like you said, we end on a positive note.
We try to. So if you've got any words of wisdom you want to share, please do chuck them in the chat. We'll read a few out and we'll end on a favourite. Right, do you want to start? I see Ian's chucked one in.
Yeah. Ian says, don't mention jugs and birds in the same sentence. Elaine says, life is not a fairy tale. If you lose your shoe at midnight, you're drunk.
I've never heard that before.
I've heard that before.
That's a good one.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? Tentacles.
So.
Oh, it's a cover of Sly and the Family Stone song. So whoever said Sly and the Family Stone, you were also correct.
But considering we were doing a 90s quiz,
it wasn't the answer on the card.
I should have added the suffix in the 90s then. But yeah, okay, we'll give you a bonus point for getting that right. Ish.
Phil says, give yourself permission to be who you really are. Like that one.
It's a powerful thought.
This is a good one. Peter says, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, but being able to spot it and then act on it is the key, isn't it?
Never eat yellow snow or brown.
There it is.
Jonathan would like us all to walk on the wild side. It's been known.
Try anything once.
Treasure Trove says the sale of yellow snow is strictly forbidden on eBay.
Is it? Are you speaking from experience?
Once Love Treasures says if you want to win the quiz, knock out Bob and Jonathan's internet.
It's the only way.
Stephen says always use the term rooster when referring to foul birds. I think that might be an in-joke there. And I've seen, I've got my phone next to me. I can see what you're saying.
Is he chatting about? Oh, what?
Him and Sharon.
I'll catch up in a minute. Pete says,
do a 70s pop quiz.
Pete wants us to do 70s next time. That's more your era, is it, Pete?
Janet says, never do a quiz if you're too old to remember.
Make sure you don't. What was that one about? Make sure you don't put Barbie on the Uber. What does that mean? Baby. Barbie? I don't know what Jake's meant. Sorry, Jake, I don't understand.
Clubs and Clobber, the more you learn, the more you earn.
Well, it's true in our game, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Tina George, another mum one. Don't go to bed with wet hair. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
What? That is just general advice.
Do a kick flip and carry on. Bjork works on the tills at Iceland.
Can you imagine? Imagine walking into Iceland and there's Bjork.
Where there's pain, there's growth. It's kind of in keeping with the other one. Tomorrow is Monday morning, a new day, and a new week to start fresh and achieve your goals, from Katrina. Yes.
Nice.
Absolutely. Be good to yourself, as nobody has the power to make you happy. Yes.
It's true.
It is very true.
Yeah.
If life is a video game, the graphics are great, but the plot is confusing and the tutorial is way too long.
you don't get a tutorial or a manual, right? I like that.
Yeah. Do you want to read some?
Sure. Where are you at here?
Yeah.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Yes, it's an old one, but it's a good one. We have failed in many ventures over the years. You just keep going until you get it right. Yes. Don't wear pink near the barbecue, as any spitting fat will stain your clothes. Sounds like he's talking from experience. Hi, tea cakes. Better late than if you just turned up for the end. Live your life the way you want to.
That's a good one.
Yes. To leave your life?
I like that, yeah.
Interesting. What you can't part with is always worth more than something you really want. Hang on a minute. What you can't part with. Oh, okay, right. Yeah. It's worth more than what you really want.
Yeah.
That's deep.
It's about loving what you have, isn't it?
Deep, man.
Never trust a fart.
That's quite deep as well. Try not to wake up with wet hair. Yeah. Okay. What was I doing last night? Yeah. Try not to wake up in the bath after a party or on the stairs. I woke up on the stairs at a party once in the 90s. I must have been that drunk. This looks comfy.
You woke up the night after your stag do, and our bed was green because they'd sprayed you with green stuff, and you just got straight to bed. And I could never get it out of that duvet set.
I ruined a duvet set. Well, it was green and orange hair I had.
Well, it was the green stuff that
Well, they
stubborn.
About 3 or 4 bars in, they all ambushed me with silly string and hair dye until I just was covered in silly string and my hair was just bright green and orange. And then we went on to another, I don't know how many bars, and ended up in a club.
Yeah. Porky says, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success.
I've not heard that, but I like it. Yeah. Hi, Porkies. Hope you're well, mate. Right, let's do a few more. What we've got, Marcus. If you're going through hell, keep going. Yes.
I've heard that before.
Heard that. That's good.
Yeah.
With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. What's this one? Don't cut your toenails until tomorrow.
Is this from experience?
Tomorrow never comes.
Never dies either, apparently.
Well, yeah. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, Chris has followed it up. It takes a real man to wear pink.
I like that.
Takes a real man to wear pink. Just don't stand near the barbecue. Right. Don't ever apologise. That's absolutely fine, Jake. We're all friends here. Hello, Lainey.
Oh, hello, Lainey.
Lainey is home. If you hadn't heard, finally, the ordeal is over. We had a good catch up the other night.
They've let her out on good behaviour.
Was that what it was? Don't know if that's what it was. Yeah, we are all pleased you're home finally. Okay, there's a couple more here. Don't stand too near the barbecue whilst holding your jugs. Just don't stand near barbecues, people.
Don't sleep under a leaky roof.
No.
Okay, Raymond sounds like he's been through that.
In times of adversity, chin up, then cheer up. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. Do you want to scroll back?
Yeah, I think we pick It Takes a Real Man to Wear Pink.
You want to go with that?
Because it fits with the whole Barbie hysteria that's going on at the moment.
I can't even find it. Where was it?
It was Chris's, wasn't it? Oh, further down, back down.
Oh, gone too far.
Yeah. Now you go really slowly. There you go. Yeah, because it fits in with the Barbie theme of the time. So,
I'm trying to think if I've got any pink shirts.
Bob says, I was watching the hit list and I was shouting Bronski Beat, but you didn't listen.
Stop bringing that up.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, we were both quite miffed about that afterwards. Because that question cost us a lot of money. And when it's one you know, and it's a song you've known since it came out, yeah. It's a lot easier watching it. I know everyone says this, but it's a lot easier when you're watching it on the telly than standing there with everyone staring at you and your money counting down in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you did really well, to be fair.
Oh, yeah,
the people in the episode the following week didn't do as well. And then last week, they lost all their money.
Oh, they did.
Gutting.
It's horrible to watch when it all counts down. Yeah. Hello, Jack came back. Who just turned up. Yeah, it's been raining here. You're not alone in Denmark. It's been very wet here. Okay.
Yeah.
We are going to leave you one wonderful bunch there. Thank you if you gave us some words of wisdom. Lainey's saying thank you. Yeah, it's great you're back home finally. And Jasper's quite pleased, apparently, isn't he?
Very pleased, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for being with us. There's no point without you. We will put some content out hopefully during the week. Have you got a video coming on your channel?
A video went up today.
Right. Well, if you want something to do, you can go to Andrea Hill's channel. Subscribe while you're there and watch a video about what?
It is a yard sale haul.
Oh, right.
Lots of jugs. No, not lots of jugs. There is a jug, though. And some birds.
If you would like to watch some jugs and birds, you know where to go. Right. Thank you all for joining us. We will leave you here. Are we done?
Yes, we are. Have a good week, everyone.
Right. Ta-ra. See you next time.